All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig one more time. Coming to you again with part two of my Deadline Day special. Just an update, really, in terms of some of the stories that have been completed already and the things that are happening all around the clubs at the moment, including our own. But coming to you a bit later than I thought, just because did a few bits and bobs earlier today, and I've only just come back to tell you the truth. So um, managed to secure at least Stel for the Deadline Day show later on today. So I'll be doing that in a couple of hours' time with Stel. I'm hoping Robbie will join us as well. I haven't had any confirmation from him. So it will be at least me and Stel doing that show, where we'll be able to give our roundup and thoughts about not just Arsenal, but all the signings that have taken place within the last, within the last few hours, really. But yeah, I mean, as things stand, it seems like the biggest deal that's going to be completed will involve Arsenal, but it's not necessarily for an incoming. It's for an outgoing. The man who has caused a massive uproar on Twitter that's even involved yours truly at some points. And that is Mr. Jack Wilshere. Yeah, it looks like he's off. He's managed to choose his club. A bit of a surprise considering the level of interest that was in him. It was said that AC Milan were interested in him at one point. Roma were interested in him at one point. And Crystal Palace were heavily interested in him. In fact, according to the papers, he had 22 loan offers coming today, which I can believe. I can believe it because when Jack is up to full speed, he's a good player. But in the end, it looks as though he's going to Bournemouth. He's actually down there as we speak doing a medical. Hopefully he passes that medical because it's not a given with Jack, let's be honest. Passes that medical and he will sign a season-long loan to stay there with Eddie Howe. Yeah, so I mean, it's an interesting move. It's interesting he's decided Bournemouth when you consider the amount of offers and the type of offers that he'll be playing. I think what he has realized is that, you know what, I don't want to, and I'm hoping this is the case as well, but this is just my assumption, that he's come to the conclusion that, you know what, I don't want to leave Arsenal permanently, that this is just a temporary solution to a potentially big problem, and what I really want is to be able to just build my fitness. And I know that at least if I come to Bournemouth, there's no way I'm not going to be playing week in, week out. And there isn't. You know, there is no way on earth he comes to Bournemouth and is not playing week in, week out. No way on earth that's happening. Provided he's fit. So I'm happy for him. I think that's a good move for him. I know many people are quietly pleased because I think everyone has this idea that Eddie Howe is going to be the next Arsenal manager. I have my doubts on that, but clearly a manager who at least knows what he's doing with the team, has a very stable outfit out there. And it'd just be good for him to get away. You know, it's not a ridiculous drive every day. 2 hours from his Hertfordshire home. I can't see him moving out there just for a 12-month loan, or season-long loan as it's called now. So I mean, let's see what happens. I wish him all the best personally. I definitely hope that he comes back to us as a stronger and fitter player. As controversial as this might sound, in my opinion, if they're both fit, I know it sounds crazy as one of them scores goals and one of them doesn't. I prefer him to a Ramsey, to be honest. I think he has more when Jack is up and running. In my view, taking goals out of it, I think Jack has more influence on the game than a Ramsey does. Yeah, I think Ramsey goes through absolute serious purple patches, so that's why that statement might not make initial sense. Um, but for me, I think Jack has a bigger future with Arsenal than a Ramsey does, provided he can get his fitness back. Because my gosh, between his glass ankles and every other little niggle and cranny that he's had, this motherfucker needs to get his career back on track. So I'm hoping he does that at Bournemouth. So I'm more than happy with the move. I think slowly but surely Twitter's starting to calm down from this ridiculous madness deal. The latest rumor is that Sturridge is going to leave Liverpool and come to Arsenal, which is just insane. That's not the way of describing it. It's not even insane, it's just laughable that such a deal would ever happen. Me personally, would I like a Sturridge? Fuck yeah. I'd love a Sturridge for the simple reason that we also have another striker who we know is fit. Because if Sturridge was going to be the only fit striker, I would have a lot of concern. But Liverpool would be dumb as fuck to let Sturridge go to us. And second of all, as I record this, it is 7:52. We've got 3 hours to conclude such a major deal. No way it's happening. No way it's happening. The one I was quietly hoping for, if we were about to descend into madness, was Lacazette still being done. But I now don't see that happening. I've kind of given up all hope that I think we'll bring anyone in. I made it very clear in terms of in my last video, part 1 of this transfer deadline special, about how I felt about not only the Jack deal, but also how I feel like we've done over this summer window. So if you're not listening to it, please go back and listen to it. Just on an hour, 50-minute listen. Just giving some real extensive thoughts and feelings about how I feel our transfer business has gone and what I feel about this Jack Wilshere deal that sent everybody into chaos. But go listen to it. I think it'll be a good listen for you guys. Other than that, there's a few deals getting done here and there. Tottenham has signed that Marseille winger. Tottenham have also signed a goalkeeper called Paul Lopez. So Paul Lopez, I think that's his name. So that looks like an interesting deal for them anyway. Everton seem to be in talks with Mohamed Sissoko, or I can't even say his first name. Sissoko, though. Quietly disappointed about this one. Just because I feel like he may have served a purpose in the Arsenal team. But Newcastle just wanted dumb money for him. They want 30 million for him. What they've basically said is that they're prepared to accept 5 million per year for the next X amount of years until that fee is recovered by the club. So I guess Everton have said, yeah, cool, we'll be on that. So, I mean, good luck to him. Good luck to him. I think he could have served a purpose with us, particularly as we've lost wingers in Campbell and now Gnabry. I think if he can play on the right, just someone who could potentially give us power and can potentially play in the middle if, let's just say, we were to have a crisis in the middle, he would be your guy. So, I don't know. Seems like a shame, that one. Nothing else really. Oh, and yeah, and then Leicester look like they're on the verge of making a big signing. Someone we were actually linked for a period of time. I know what striker weren't we linked with, but Islam Slimani is about to complete the deal with Leicester for what is looking like it's going to be 28 million pounds, which just shows you how much money in the Premier League that we have at the moment. It's crazy. As a Premier League, we have so much dough. Let me just see. You probably hear the Sky Sports music in the background. Just had it on pause while I talk to you guys. So apparently there are also rumours about Palace, Sunderland, West Brom, also in talks with Everton regarding James McCarthy, which I'm surprised Everton are allowing him to leave, but I guess he's surplus to requirements. Plus, he was always a Roberto Martinez signing. So I guess they figure, well, we've signed an adequate I don't know, players to cover that position. So I guess they feel like they can let him go. And I guess the Joe Hart thing, which I will discuss further with Stel. I don't know what's wrong with me today. It's all these old man pauses. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to discuss the Joe Hart thing with Stel because I'm very curious to see what he thinks about the Joe Hart thing. I get the feeling me and him are going to share the same opinion based on a tweet he sent that I liked and a tweet I sent that he liked. So I get a feeling I'm going to share the same opinion. So stay tuned for that if you want to hear more. Oh, and then Boney going to Stoke. Good fit, good signing. He'll do well with Stoke, to be honest. And I think sometimes players, there's just levels with players. And maybe with Boney, that is his level. There's no shame in that. So good luck to him. Apart from when they play us, good luck to him. The deal that made me laugh was Sami Nazari with his stupid blonde haircut. Has joined Seville on a season-long loan. Ah, you cunt. Shame. Sess looks like he's not joining AC Milan, which is interesting. I'd be surprised if he did go to Italy, to be fair. Call me foolish. I do feel like he'll come back. What do you guys reckon? Am I just foolish to thinking that way? I don't know why. Gut feeling says, much like Wilshere, gut feeling says Sess will come back somehow, some way. Senderos has also joined Rangers on a year-long deal, which I find interesting. Probably his level, the Scottish League, but I actually think Rangers are too good for that guy, but that's just my opinion. Oh, yes, this was an interesting story that West Ham are in talks with Arbeloa. Remember him? He used to play for Real Madrid. My gosh. That would be an interesting signing for them. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think what you'll probably find is in the last few hours, this thing will start to explode. So nothing is really happening at the moment. So anyway, guys, that's enough of my rabbiting. You guys will see me probably from about 10:30. I'll let you know on Twitter as soon as I get set up and I invite Stel and see if Robbie's coming on. And I'll warn you guys on Twitter as soon as that happens. Otherwise, that's me done for now. Catch me on part 3 of episode 8 at 10:30 with my boy Stel, and I'm hoping Robbie. All right, take care for now. Peace.